As a woman, having a baby is really a transformational experience. It's just such an amazing and wonderful journey to walk the path of labor and experience your baby being born into your arms. It's so awesome. And that I get to help people do that, it's just so great, you know? Because, yeah, it's just the beautiful thing, so. Part of the reason why I wanted to be a midwife was because, you know, I had never really experienced much medical care at all before I had babies. It took, you know, several tries. I've had 4 babies, but several babies to realize that, you know, I needed to be the master of my own experience.
Yeah, Mommy, that big hug, like great.
My first birth happened at a hospital, and it was extremely long and ended in a C-section. After that birth and dreaming about my next birth with our son Brixton, even before deciding to work with Melissa or being under Melissa's care, I'd really hoped for this comeback of a birth, that I would be able to be more in control of my body, be able to be more of an advocate for what I wanted.
This was a great
Typically, moms come to us in their first trimester, and we offer all the same things that they have at a doctor's office. We'll do initial lab work, we offer genetic testing if they so choose, we can give them an ultrasound if they so choose.
And then we'll do the next one next week.
A big part of midwifery care, though, is monitoring your baby's position throughout pregnancy so that as your baby is being born, it's coming through your pelvis in such a way that it makes your birth as short and easy as possible.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how are you sleeping?
I sleep
Throughout the pregnancy, we are checking in monthly and monitoring baby, but at the same time monitoring mom and making sure she's getting what she needs throughout the process.
110/70.
Generally, when you birth in a hospital, you come into the hospital setting. It's a cold, you know, sterile room. There's bright lights. You're met by a nurse that you've never met before. Birthing center birth is care with a midwife that you have spent your pregnancy getting to know and building a relationship with.
With my first birth with Amelie, I remember we were actually in the operating room. There was a chance prior that I would need a C-section. I think there were maybe 3 or 4 nurses around us, at least 3, and them coaching me through every single contraction and every single push, telling me, breathe now, push now. And then I think about my experience at Casa Natal with Melissa and how it couldn't have been more different than how it was at the hospital. There was a particular moment that I distinctly remember. I was circling the entire tub, feeling like I just couldn't do it any longer. And Melissa, you know, quickly realized just how much in despair I was. And she just looked at me and said, "Kat, you need to get it together and you need to focus." It was a strong reminder that I needed to tune in instead of trying to tune out. This birth really taught me about tapping into my own intuition and about building confidence in myself, that I know what's right for me, that I know what's right for my babies and my kids. I feel forever grateful, forever connected to Melissa and her team at Casa Natal because of it, because they not only allowed me to have a safe and healthy birth of our son, Brixton, but this renewed sense of strength and empowerment as a woman and as a mother.
Say I'm confident of you, Uncle.
As a mom, it's very, very normal to have to go through hard things in life. And often, many of us have never really done hard things until it comes to motherhood. And you don't really realize how really intensely strong you are until you have to do something hard. And the birth of your baby is the first big hard thing that you've done that makes you feel like, I can conquer anything. I can handle anything that this child has to throw at me, or I can handle anything that life has to throw at me, because I know that I am ferocious and strong and powerful.